getting on, Nation? DanielJon. I hope you guys are all good, and I hope you're okay. Now, I've got something a little unorthodox I'd like to talk to you guys through today. And you guys know that I do fitness-related videos, and this is kind of unrelated to fitness. However, it is related to fitness in some way. I was in the gym this morning, and it's dieting season now, so I was doing a little bit of cardio on the treadmill. And what do they have in front of a treadmill? A TV. Something I don't watch regularly, maybe once or twice a month, if I'm lucky, because I'm practically too busy. And the shit they play on TV nowadays is just not that interesting. So, anyway, I was watching TV and the news was on. And this same news channel I watched probably about a month ago, from today, give or take, and they was talking about ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. And it got me interested. Needless to say, I ended up doing about 20 minutes of cardio without even knowing. And I got this in depth about it, and I was reading the subtitles because they frankly didn't have the volume on, because obviously they played the music in the gym. So I was watching this, and I didn't think about plugging my headphones in. So I was watching this, reading the subtitles, and they was going on about, they was having this heated debate. There was, 3 or 4 people on the left, 3 or 4 people on the right, different settees, someone in the middle, and they were talking about how this disorder affects people. How it's a bad thing, there's treatment for it, there's a magic pill, here, take these tablets, it will calm your child down. And some people was against it. Some people was kind of in favour of it. So, anyway, I got into this, and the reason it kind of rung home on me, because when I was in school, all the way through my school life, I've a very hyperactive son of a bitch. You guys probably noticed that through some of my videos. And I got told I had ADHD. My parents got told on numerous occasions, Dan's so hyperactive, he's probably got ADHD, blah, 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 and all this kind of malarkey. And not just thinking we're kids, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, whatever it may be. And it's kind of like, I'm going to tell you something in a minute that you probably did not know. And there is enough research out there to prove it. Now, when I was in school, they'd say you got ADHD. I have plenty of friends that got told they had ADHD throughout their whole life, and they have to take a pill. It helps them calm them down, bring them back down to reality, because the schools cannot control you. And I'm sorry this is going to be like a little rant of a video, but I just don't want people to think that being told you have ADHD is a disorder, because it's not. Because you are full of life, frankly don't want to sit there, listen to boring shit, being sculpted into something that you don't want to become because the government says you have to learn what they tell you. The curriculum has to tell you. And although I'm not against schools, I went to school, I passed. I got my business qualifications, English qualifications, maths qualifications, science qualifications. I got every qualification that I needed to get me through the qualifications I enjoyed. But with ADHD, there is something you probably didn't know about it, and it's not regards to the disorder itself. There is actually a cash incentive where someone gives you money to diagnose children with it. Yes, when this was first brought in, teachers were saying, he's got a disorder, he's got ADHD, he's got ADHD, and in return, the government would give the school a cash incentive. So the more children or people that they said had ADHD, had to go and see the nurse or whatever they may have done, were receiving a cash incentive. So, and in return of them seeing a nurse, they got put on this, this medication to calm them down, bring them back down to reality, so that they was easier to teach and easier to brand. They are my own words. Please don't go to school saying to your teacher that, oh, you're just trying to brand me, because that was my own word. Don't get me in trouble. But yeah, so I didn't want people to think, because I've had a few questions like, oh, Dan, it's affected me for my whole life. I've been told I've had ADHD. I'm scared of getting a job and blah, blah, blah. Will it affect me in later life? And the truth of the matter is, you're just a very creative person. You're very hyperactive, and there's nothing wrong with that. You are, if you will, you are unique in your own way. Just because you don't toe the line, you'd rather step outside of it, doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make that you've got something wrong with you. And that's what I just wanted to address in this video. And after seeing that on the news channel today, for probably at about the same time that school kids are getting ready for school, and maybe their mum's got the news on, and they see that they may have ADHD and it's a disorder and it's going to affect them later on in life, is not really giving them the confidence boost that they deserve. So I just wanted you guys to be a bit aware about it, that this disorder, there is a cash incentive. And someone may have just done it just for the money. There may be nothing wrong with you or anybody you know that's got ADHD. Just because somebody's hyperactive, clever, maybe a bit imaginative, maybe they are very good with their hands, maybe they can make something, doesn't mean they're ADHD. Doesn't mean just because they're hard to teach, they don't want to learn the shit that they may already know. Because I'm not being funny. I mean, you could go into school and you may have a class of people on a different academic level. I know, for instance, back in my school, they started mixing with year 7s, year 8s and year 9s. So you'd have a class full of year 7s, 8s and 9s all learning the same thing. Now, a year 9 may not want to learn something that year 7's learning because they might have already learned that. So then their attention span's drawn to something else. Maybe they're going to start congregating in the back of the class in a small corner talking to their friends. Does it make them a bad person? It certainly does not. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I want to get your opinion. What do you think? Is there any other disorders you'd like to discuss? Please let me know in the comment section, because don't be branded. Be different, man. Nothing wrong with that. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace! But yeah, some direct ab work will help bring up your abs, but if you see someone with super rich 8-pack, then that is going to be genetics. As much as I hate to say it, it is going to be genetics.